Welcome to the Smart Guys 251 podcast. It's your boy Ski, Mr. Fears in the building, Mr. Ray in the building. How y'all doing today?
I'm good. How y'all doing?
Everybody
Man,
bless.
bless. Man, bless. Well, let's go and get on right to it. I know we live doing a Knicks and a Boston Celtics playoff game, which I'm very not interested in it again. I mean, interested in it anymore since Jason Tatum went down with Achilles injury. But
It's a good game, though. It's a good game.
it's a good game. But I'm hurt. I'm sad for Jason Tatum. But I want to see what Jaylen Brown is going to do because they say Jaylen Brown is the best player on the Celtics team, which I disagree. So this is his time to show the world or make those that say that statement true. So how y'all feel about the rest of this outcome in this game?
I feel like I feel like the Celtics could win this one. They came out with energy. They at home. So the home crowd gonna give you some. They gonna be livid in there. But it's a lot of. I know this is a lot of New York fans in Boston right now.
There's a lot of them in there too.
It's a lot because like when New York score, it's loud. When Boston score, it's loud.
It's loud.
It's a lot of both fans in there. So I think that the Knicks, I mean, they got a chance, but the Celtics look good right now. They just they always look good at the beginning, but they might even be better because like last game they were just watching Tatum go to work, and he was going to work. He had all four. He had the stove on. He had the stove on high, and all four burners going. Everything was he had. They were just giving him the ball and getting out the way. So now that he's not there, they might share the ball more. And it's desperation. It's backs against the wall. So they, I think Boston could get this one, but. It's not likely, but they probably get this one.
I don't know. I'm leaning toward the Knicks. I'm gonna tell you why I'm leaning toward the Knicks. They playing the Boston play a lot of analytic basketball. They were to take the three. Okay, you hitting the threes in the first half. You hitting some threes in the third quarter. But while you hitting threes, I'm hitting twos, but I'm also hitting a couple threes here and there. But when your threes start falling, you're not gonna go play basketball. You're not gonna go attack the paint or work the mid range or get to the foul line. You're still gonna be shooting threes. And guess what I'm gonna be doing? I'm still gonna be getting twos. And guess what they're gonna be doing? They're gonna be going in. Them two gonna be going in. So what that do? Help me out, Ray. What that do when you start getting twos and them threes don't fall? What that do to the league? What that do to the league? Huh? No, I'm talking about if Boston up. If just right now, Knicks up by one. Just say Boston go up at the end of the third quarter, the fourth quarter. They ain't hitting no three. They ain't making no threes. I'm still getting two. What does that league do?
So it diminishes.
All right, then. What it did in these last three games when Boston has played besides the game that they won. What did they did last game that Jason Tatum went down? The only person that really had it going for real was Jason Tatum.
Yeah, he had it going.
Yes, but listen,
he had it going.
Jaylen Brown is shooting 30% from the field and 20% from three-point range. Now this is supposed to be the best player on the Boston Celtics team. All right. So Boston threes wasn't falling in the fourth quarter, and the Knicks was hot. They were hitting twos and they was hitting threes, led by Jalen Brunson and Mikal Bridges. So that's why I feel like the Knicks gonna close them out tonight. Kristaps
You think
Porzingis,
they gonna close them out?
yeah, Kristaps Porzingis, he ain't healthy, and he ain't playing like no dominant big as they say. I think that little illness or whatever got him messed up. I think it got him down because he ain't playing that much. He started tonight, but he ain't been playing that much. What you think, Mr. Field?
He don't even hear you call his name.
What you think, Mr. Field?
All right.
Okay, now why?
We going with the Knicks.
Yeah.
We can go with Boston if on some great heroics, great defending champ movements. They can go out there and give all they all, but when your main guy go down and all of them benefit off his play, I don't think it gonna stretch out where everybody do what they got to do these next couple games. And New York ready. The Latrell Sprewell, the Allen Houstons,
Marcus Camby,
the John Starks, the Patrick Ewings, the Cabello Anthony,
the Larry
with his entourage. They ready. New York ready. New York said we've been waiting on this forever. You know how many stars coming out in New York, baby? The newspaper ads are flying, and everybody got a laptop.
Yeah.
I'm just telling you, the newspaper flying.
Yeah.
So right now, man, we want Boston to come out and compete and give good effort. That would be lovely. But Brown don't have no post game. Brown, he out there defending and running.
Yeah.
So transition and pick and pop or rebound for a dunk. I just don't see that being Brunson and them with his good defensive team, great defensive coach. And we got Cat Williams. Ray might like this. We got Cat Williams out there, even though he got some questionable things he be doing. But Cat out there making plays, even though he doing questionable things that he be doing.
He's shooting. Hey, he's 2 for 12 in his series for 3, right?
I get that. I'm just when he make a play, you like okay. That's all I'm saying. Cat got some questionable things, but we'll talk about that later.
Yeah. We got a guest today. Hold on, we got a guest today. Finna add him to the stage. What's up, Mr. Allen? How you doing today, Mr. Allen?
What's going on, y'all?
Man, what's happening, man? We just discussing this first topic of the aftermath of the Jason Tatum effect for Boston. I feel like, as we all talk about, I feel like now it's Jaylen Brown time to show everybody that he's the best player in the world that people say he is, which I disagree. But this is his time to shine. This is his show. This is his stage to show everybody that say he's the best player in the world. Now it's time to make them right, which I disagree.
You don't think he's the best player on the team?
No, hell no.
Damn.
No. Mm-mm. What you think?
The best player in the world, they show it. They don't wait when it's time to show up. They show it.
Yeah.
So he's shooting 30% from the field in his series and 20% from the three. And he got 13 turnovers and 14 assists coming into the night's game. That's horrible. That's horrible.
Yeah. I don't really think he's the best player on the team. I think he's a hellified sidekick, but he's the best player.
Yeah.
Have he had a 40-point game this year? Was he the leading scorer?
Tatum led him in everything. Every category the Celtics had this year, Tatum has led them everything. Just like he did in the finals. And he didn't win finals MVP.
Knicks about to make history, baby. the New York Stock Exchange to be lit.
Knicks going to the Eastern Conference. What's up?
Hold on. Jaylen Brown is cooking right now, though.
That's fine. That's fine. Listen, he ain't got no choice to cook. He ain't got no choice.
He put that slow cooker on. He got that slow cooker going right now. I don't know how it's gonna end, but right now.
Hey Ray, go put some mousse or something in your head. You need to wash your scalp because you can't breathe, boy.
Hey man, look,
you can't breathe. You got too much sawdust.
Okay. Let me ask you this, Ray. Let me ask you this. So he got the slow cooker on tonight. Where was the slow cooker on when we needed him when Tatum was going for 42? I seen him throw up a lot of bricks.
I told you at the end, all they did was throw the ball to Tatum and get out the way as they should have. Now,
No, not even the fourth quarter. Tatum had 15 in the first quarter. I'm talking about leading up to that. What was Jaylen Brown doing? Nothing.
Well, look.
Oh, yeah.
Now
they tied up tonight.
Yeah.
I like Derrick White the way he been playing. He probably been their most consistent player this whole series.
Yeah.
Yeah, you ain't been watching. I can tell by why you saying that.
You think the ball-headed dude? You think I ain't gonna give him no name? You think the ball-headed dude gonna beat the Knicks tonight?
I said he's been the most consistent of this series. That's what I said.
Hey, Ray, I be questioning you. So sometimes you be saying stuff don't make no sense, man.
I know.
Mr. Fields, he right though. He right about that.
Last time when I cooked him last time, he tried to break up Bill Russell. I said, don't break up Bill Russell because you ain't watching play.
Last time. Okay.
You don't want to talk about that no more, do you?
That's all you want to do is talk about old stuff. That's all you want to do.
Hey, Mr. Allen. Mr. Allen. Look, I was just me. You don't know how old you is or nothing, but Mr. Fields brought up Bill Russell, and we don't do that here. We don't do what they say on Black Panther. We don't do that here. Like I try to tell you, ain't never watched Bill Russell play. You know, I had to break down. I had to break down. It was only 10 teams in the league. And you trying to say he was the great? He was 10 teams. They played the same team.
Don't get me started, Ray. Don't get me started with that,
Hey, how you doing, brother? Brother, how you doing? Now, since he want to get a little sensitive and want to go back and talk about something the other day, you know what I'm talking about? I'll try to talk about Boston and New York. That's what I'll try to talk about. Stay on task. Okay, that's your problem right there, Ray. You want to go way over there and talk about dirt we already swept. Okay,
listen. But this is what I'm saying. On Ray point to Derrick White, he right. He has been the most consistent player because we already know Jason Tatum was dealing with an injury. But that ain't gonna be enough tonight. The Knicks gonna beat them. It's gonna come down to the fourth quarter. The Knicks gonna beat them.
Oh, it is.
They gonna beat them again. Listen, why you shooting threes?
Who a Boston fan in here? Who a Boston fan?
Ain't nobody.
Okay.
Ain't nobody a Boston fan. But this is why I say basketball is not what it used to be. Like I said, you can shoot all the threes you want to, and you can make the threes. But when you start making threes, I'm still making twos though. I'm gonna make twos and hit some threes here and there, but I'm still making twos, and you're not. And all you shooting is threes and ain't making. I'm gonna beat you. I'm gonna beat you.
Hey, Mr. Fields. I hate to cook you 2 shows in a row, but Mr. Fields, you want to know who leading the Celtics in points right now? Derrick White with 19 at halftime. Derrick White with 19 at halftime, and Jaylen Brown got 17 at halftime, and Brown ain't even shooting bad. He's 7 over 11.
My damn time.
Hold on. Take everybody that's a starter off the court. Leave Ballhead out there with 4 other people. And tell me, do they make it to the second quarter? I'll wait.
Do they make it what?
To the second quarter. So basically, what he's saying, he just benefited.
Nah, but
you
listen.
out here bragging about a man that need Brown and Tatum on the court so he can be open for a corner three. Take your mathematical class and educational skills of life.
I must agree.
For a minute.
I must agree.
If you're a black man and you've been out here taking a nickel and flipping it 3,000 times, you know your math is wrong. Your analytics is false. Stop doing this on live national TV, sir. Stop it.
What you think?
Right?
Hold on, Ray.
This man ain't gonna do nothing. Defensively, rebound. Why he gonna do nothing?
Hold on, Mr. Fields.
That three, hit by 4 of them, and when it gets second quarter in the game, is a wash. I wish I had the key to your back door. I come to your back door and come in your own kitchen and start cooking whatever I want. Whatever's up in there, I just start cooking, making me cheese. I put cheese on everything in there. We'll be having bread with butter. I just make it mad. You won't have no grocery tonight, sir. I'll cook all your food up. Everything be cooked up.
So hold on. Now, Mr. Allen, what you think about this? What you think about this analysis of Derrick White? I think he's a role player. What you think?
Role player?
Yeah.
He's a shooter.
Role player.
Yeah.
He's a role player.
Okay, role player. But give me let me say glorified role player.
Now you go. Now you talking.
Yeah.
Now you talking. A Tyler Hero. But he played defense though. I give him that. He played defense. He is a glorified role player.
He can't dribble with his weak hand. They're gonna take that away first. Then when he start throwing up bricks, what the coach gonna do? He gonna call timeout and say we're gonna sub and put Jaylen Brown in there and we're gonna move you over there to the fold. Hey, Unicorn, get in. Stop
Unicorn ain't doing that. He like I said.
To tell Ray. He always go off numbers. You sound like one of my weird cousins. Like, what's wrong with you? Like, you smarter than this. Stop walking around doing this to yourself every day. This is not right. Come on, man. You doing all that Googling.
Hold on, just a second.
Why is you Googling?
Give me a second to rebuttal.
Ray getting numbers right now. Ray doing numbers.
Right,
he doing home.
But
he doing that. Hey, when it head down, you know I know what he finna come with.
That's all he do. When he get on this show, when he get on 251.
So look. All right, hold on. So we're gonna put pause on there right now. I want to talk about.
Let me rebuttal real quick.
Go ahead.
Let me rebuttal real quick.
Make it quick.
All right, cause I was hearing something about Derrick White being like a glorified role player.
He is a role player, right?
He's not no what you could Tyler Hero. He's not no Tyler Hero. He's been like, for me to be right about this, it's not because he like they leaving him open for no corner threes. He's a good player. He has been their best, most consistent player in this series.
That boy ain't get good until he cut his house. When that boy had that food ball,
I want to ask a pound of this. I want to ask a pound of this.
Jason Tatum has struggled. Tatum has struggled. Jaylen Brown has struggled. The Unicorn has struggled. Even their point guard been hurt. All of them they've been hurt. They've been in and out the lineup. The only person in that lineup that has been consistent, shooting over 50%. You know what that means, Mr. Field? He makes over half his shots. Nobody else that you can bring up and talk about. No Jaylen Brown. And then you said he can't dribble with his left. You must be talking about Jaylen Brown when you say that. So let me just say this. He's been the most consistent player in this series. And that's hands down. I ain't gotta look up no stats. I ain't gotta do this and that. All I know is he's been their best consistent player there. If you want to get something
watching the game, have you been watching the game? Do he dribble the ball down court?
Hey, no. I want to answer. I got a question for the panel. Listen. I got a question for the panel. Just because we say you okay, we say okay. This is my question: is he not a role player? Just for the panel. Is he not a role player? I'm asking.
Yes.
He's not. He ain't no superstar. He ain't no star. So he gotta be.
Gotta be a role player,
not a star. He's not a superstar.
I'm asking.
I can't say he's a role player.
Okay, this why I say that. Like I give him more than Tyler Hero because he plays defense. But
way better than Tyler Hero though.
Huh?
He way better than Tyler Hero.
Yeah, hell yeah. I take him right now, Tyler Hero. I can't stand Tyler Hero. I can't stand Tyler Hero.
Hero is not a role player.
He's a shooter.
He not.
He is. Get what? You know why? You know why he role?
There's the role player that's starting, man.
All right, then. Say it again. All right, then.
Yeah, he just
for the Heat. Yeah, for the Heat.
He's a superstar, right? They looking for a superstar right now. They trying to get Kevin Durant.
I'm not saying he's a star. I'm not saying he's a superstar. Right. But for the Heat, he's very important to what they do. He's not a role player.
He's
running plays for him. You see what I'm saying? Because Derek White is, if we can agree, Derek White is probably better than Tyler Hero.
Way better. Way better.
So you can't say that Derek White is. Well, actually, you can say he's a role player if you want to, but it'd just be like it'd be just like saying Bradley Beal is a role player. If they
he is right now, he is right now because he is right now.
But they run plays for Derek White.
No, they don't run plays for Bradley Beal. They don't run plays for Bradley Beal.
And that's what I'm saying.
Hey, man, y'all hear what he's saying.
Okay, now let me ask you this. Hold on. Let me ask you all this. Okay. We can agree that every franchise have certain players they put up there. In my opinion, you're not going to go draft no Tyler Hero and start your franchise or draft him as the second star to the star that you got. Am I right or wrong?
Preach.
Am I right or wrong? Okay.
I agree.
I'll take Devin White. Not Devin White, but Derek White. I'll take Derek White any day before I take Tyler Hero. The reason why I say he's a role player is you take Jaylen Brown and Jason Tatum out that team, they won't win a game in the series with Derek White leaving. Derek White's highest game is what, 20 points? He scored 22 points.
Come on, this series?
Yeah. He ain't scored 30 yet in this series. That's what I'm saying. So he's a role player. He needs them. He needs them though.
But you see he got 19. You see he got
19. I ain't saying. I know that. But he hasn't scored 30 yet. He needs Jaylen Brown and Jason Tatum to be effective.
You know he gonna have 30 tonight without Jason Brown.
I don't raise two halves. I don't know that. You know how they do.
Nah, without Jason Tatum being there, he finna have 30.
Listen, you know how they do. Listen, Ray, you know how they do. We talking about Boston here. We know how they do.
Hey,
they come out hot and they'll be broke. Hold up.
Derek White ain't been a part of the bad shooting. When they been shooting out the threes and missing, he ain't been a part of that.
Why he ain't?
Hey, I got a question.
Hey, listen, hold on. I gave you game one. Listen, on the last part, I gave you game one and the shooting. I got it right here. He was 5 for 16 from 3 the same game that Jason Tatum was 4 for 15. That ain't no much different. That ain't no better. And Jaylen Brown was 1 for 10. That ain't no better.
What, they like 30%?
They trash. That was game one trash. They shot all them damn 63. But what I'm saying is, for him at Boston, he mean a lot more. He's a what you call it, a very important role player in Boston. In my opinion, I think they should get Drew Holiday more involved if they're gonna go somewhere.
So let me ask a question.
Like he took a little backseat to everybody. What's up?
You think this man gonna have 40 tonight and Jaylen Brown struggling and he
Jaylen Brown ain't struggling. Jaylen Brown ain't struggling tonight. But he ain't gonna.
Neither one of them here.
Nah, he ain't struggling. Okay, all right.
So they're about 80 points. They're about 80 points between two people.
They going home tonight. You heard it here first.
They going to the
house. They going listen. They gonna be just like me, all of us watching the games. They going home. It's gonna be the Pacers and the Knicks in the Eastern Conference Final right here. They going home, bro. They going home.
It's gonna be who?
The Pacers and the Knicks in the Eastern Conference Final.
Yeah. You heard that, Ray. You heard that.
You heard it first. So listen.
Ray, it's no Google it for this alpha.
Okay. Now on the next topic I want to move to this Steph Curry injury. Okay. They said that he was supposed to come back game 5. We know he ain't coming back tonight. We know Minnesota got that in bad. What do that mean for the Warriors' future?
Hey,
because Jimmy Butler, hold on, it seemed like Pat Riley, even though I don't like Pat Riley, it seemed like he was right. Because Jimmy Butler, he only took 9 shots that game.
Look, man. Some people are him, and some people are good, hard-working.
Yeah, blue-collar guy. Blue-collar.
You know what I'm saying? He not a him. We love Jimmy. We love what he brings to the table. We respect his upbringing, how he made it to the NBA. But Jimmy ain't no him.
Hello now, Mr. Fields. Hey, you were eating some food a while ago, right? What you drunk with the? What did you drink with the food?
You want some gumbo?
What you drunk with?
You want some gumbo?
Yeah, so, what you drank with it?
Hold on, man. Hold on.
Hey, Ray, hold on, Ray. I know Jimmy your guy, but he ain't showed up. He ain't showed up.
Ski, all I'm asking him is what he drunk. I seen him turn something up and it looked like a silver can. What was in that can?
Ain't no 211. Ain't no 211.
I don't know. I didn't see the label. I think it might have been a 211.
Oh no, not the steel 211.
Yeah, the steel reserve.
I'm gonna kill the line now. Ain't no 211.
He had a 211 steel reserve. Cause I watched Jimmy. Listen, Jimmy wasn't as aggressive last game. He didn't have a bad game, but he wasn't as aggressive. And it looked like
9 shots, right?
I know I said he wasn't as aggressive. He didn't have a bad game.
That's to me. Listen, if you say you had a Batman and you were Robin, you took Miami Heat to the finals in the East, and you supposed to be playoff Jimmy. It's no 9 shots is unacceptable. Am I right? Apparently, am I right?
It depends on how they playing them though.
Listen, you see how they were playing Ant-Man? Ant-Man still making his presence felt. Am I right?
Ray, I just gave you him, and I gave you the guy you bring in that's just a dog. Jimmy, we never said Jimmy wasn't good. We never said Jimmy ain't did more things and more times. Jimmy took the second squad when he was in Minnesota and played against the starter and then beat them, then came back and beat the other team. We know he a dog. He the problem. He can't do it by himself. He can't go out there with Golden State with Draymond setting all the plays up for him. He getting the ball. He ain't built like that.
I'm gonna tell y'all what I see what's wrong with the Warriors anyway. Number one, it's too late for Jonathan Kuminga to be coming in the game. Steve Kerr should have been playing Jonathan Kuminga. I've been saying it. He should have been playing Jonathan Kuminga when he came back from injury before the playoffs even started. Then Draymond, like I said, Draymond has to turn into a scorer. Steph is not out there, buddy. Steph is not out there. You got to turn into a scorer, bro.
Yeah, White with the 3.
Hey.
Right, they depended so much on Steph.
As we speak, I'm watching Jaylen Brown play well, and I'm watching Derek White play well.
They ain't got a choice, right? They ain't got a choice.
Man, Derek White could be a number 2 on any team if he went on the Celtics.
I thought we were talking about Jimmy. How we get back on Derek
White? You know he playing for the Spurs, right?
Jimmy just
playing for the Spurs, right?
Yeah, I know he did. You know they had people over there already. But listen,
I ain't. But I'm saying you said number 2. That's a stretch.
You know in 2022 whenever Jason Tatum was struggling in the finals,
Yeah.
Derrick White came off the bench in game 21, gave them their first win off the bench.
Talking about when they played the Warriors.
Yeah, like Derrick White. Listen, Derrick White been doing this for a while. Derrick White didn't just get invited to the USA team just because he shaved his head off.
Right. He got invited to the USA team because they didn't want Jaylen Brown on there. Let's keep it a buck now. Let's keep it a buck. You not take this.
For that.
All right, then. Tell him again. Tell him again, bro.
Hey,
man, too damn smart.
This just what I don't like that y'all said about Jimmy Butler.
Hold on, Ray. We still ain't answer. You still ain't answer my question. We on Jimmy Butler and we on the Warriors. How the Warriors dynasty about to go down the drain.
All right. So look, I just don't like for Mr. Field say he not him. You know, the game before that, he just had 33 points. What you mean he not him? He just had 33.
Right.
He doing all he can do.
Say it again. Say it again, Mr. Allen.
Hey, why did guy have Klay Thompson ever had?
No. We ain't going there, cuz. We ain't going with the Klay. I don't even want to talk about it.
You better stay away from that topic.
No, we're not. I don't want to hear about it. I don't want to hear about Klay. What I'm saying is, Ray, you talk about 33. We talking about the game 4. He shot 9 shots. That's unacceptable. That's a must win.
That man didn't even score 20 points, man.
Game 5 tonight.
You got at least have 27, 28.
He gonna need it tonight to say that serious.
He gonna need 40 tonight.
40.
He gonna need 40 tonight, and I don't think he can get.
They not gonna let him get 40. They gonna double him, man. Ain't no step.
They ain't been double teaming. Listen, they ain't been double teaming Jimmy. I done seen Jaden McDaniels, which I promise you, very, very underrated. Jaden McDaniels is real good, bro. That man real good. He played defense. He long. Boy. What? Yeah. And he long. Offense, he can score. But I seen Ant-Man get on Jimmy, lock him up. Jaden get on Jimmy, lock him up.
Right. Yep. Come outside and play.
And I done seen DiVincenzo Chinzo get at it.
Right. Come outside and play.
Hey.
Look, Jimmy is their best player right now. He got to be aggressive. He got to be aggressive in tonight.
They best player, Jonathan Kuminga. Right now.
Like Kuminga don't Jay.
No, well, he got the potential talent. I feel like Steve Kerr. You know, Steve Kerr don't develop talent. Where the hell they let James Wiseman go?
They try not to pay him.
Look, you're right. They trying not to pay him, but
so they try to send him on the bench.
They trying to sabotage. They trying to sabotage. But listen, you see what they did to James Wiseman? They could have developed him. He could have been a good big man for them because they got the dude. What's the dude name? Pope the white boy. The white boy. The one Pope or whatever his name is.
Pajinski.
No, not Pajinski. Not him. The center. He's sorry in the motherfucker.
Pope.
Sorry in the motherfucker. Sorry.
That's one of LeBron said was trash.
Yeah, he ain't lying. He ain't lying. Bro said he was trash. He ain't lying. He told the truth.
Bron called him trash.
Yeah, he ain't lying. He said in the game. He trash.
Right. Yep. Come outside.
He not lying. That's why I said, like, you drafted, you got him and kept him, but you had James Wiseman and you couldn't develop him and you traded him. Come on, man.
Wiseman though.
Wiseman had tore Achilles. He was at Detroit. I think it was at Detroit. Detroit lad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But look, Kuminga.
I don't think he got it though, bro.
No, not no more. I think he's over for him.
Now Kuminga look really good.
See the playoffs, fellas, the playoffs exposes people. The playoffs show your weakness all the way out. It show your roster. Your roster when a coach try to hide a guy or you try to late develop a guy. It show your coach's skill set. It show where his mind at, how he think about basketball. it showed the GM, man, I messed up when I drafted this guy, or I made a mistake when we ain't hold this other guy and let him go. It showed, Ray, you can score 33.33 every day, but it shows in the playoff.
It do.
The point don't mean nothing in the playoff. They'll make sure you don't score nothing if they want to.
So let me ask y'all this. Do y'all feel like,
man, what I love about basketball is that it shows what you standing on. And right now, they brought Jimmy Butler in to be that cold star with your boy
with Steph.
And Draymond ain't improved as a scorer because he gonna be on the court, but we don't need 5 point guards.
So let me ask y'all this. How y'all feel about the Warriors dynasty going forward? I think it's over with.
It probably done right now because they can come back hard, but Steph
I think it's over
older, man. Steph getting older.
I think it's over.
Now, if he were young, that'd be a different conversation.
Steph old though. Steph getting a hamstring injury. Look, then Draymond. Listen, y'all think I'm crazy when I'm finna say, but Draymond finna fuck around. They finna get his ass out of the league. I'm gonna tell you why. Because you see that comment he made about that point spread, about the fishes knowing the 5.5 point spread. They fined his ass $50,000. But you ain't finna keep talking crazy like that. Nah, you already know. They ain't finna let's keep talking crazy like that now.
Yeah.
Well, we know that. Draymond know that. But the thing about Draymond, he think he untouchable.
He think he untouchable. Because he was still.
He might feel that way. But at the end of the day, these people writing that check, huh?
Yeah, but I'm saying he think he untouchable because he was still.
Like I said, these people.
Bro, you're a career now points per game scorer, man. Knock it off, man.
He ain't played bad last game though.
Bro, their third wheel is gone. Klay Thompson is gone. They are not the splash boys no more. This is not Golden State. The dynasty been over with. It been shut down. They've been leaning on Steph, and he gonna get banged up. This is what superstars.
Yeah, right. Miss a free throw.
That play by themselves. Allen
I want to see what they do next year, though.
Yes, that's what I want to do. That's what I'm saying. I don't think
there's a bunch of stars. Vince Carter for years played by themselves. They didn't play hurt. Give me that pain medicine tonight, boss. I got to play by myself. But when you win a championship and you got other good superstars or co-stars on the team, a great Draymond Green who's a star, but we're going to say more of a general. He's somebody come in and go do whatever it takes, check everybody from the door. We're about winning. Them 3.5.3 points, them at a liquor don't mean nothing when it comes to that.
So let me. All right, they bring me to my next topic. So y'all been seeing Rich Ray. I picked these boys, and I told you them boys were going to the Western Conference Final. Okay, see.
Hey, you gotta let me get my take on the Warriors.
You been over there quiet. Hey, you been over there.
Hey, Mr. Fields be trying to talk for me, man. He'll speak for me, man. Let me talk for myself.
Go ahead, man. Ray, you over there quiet?
Come outside and play, Ray.
Ray been over there quiet and stuff, man. Go ahead.
Yeah, man. The Warriors
done.
I think they'd be good. The next 2 seasons, maybe 3.
They want KD bad.
They don't have a dynasty number. They can't get KD. He don't want to go back there.
They want KD bad though. They might
go back there.
They might trade Jimmy over there to Phoenix.
I heard Mr. Allen say. I think it was Mr. Allen. One of y'all said that Steph getting old.
I said he getting old.
Okay, y'all said he getting old, and the injuries starting to gonna catch up with that age and stuff like that. But at the same time, like y'all gotta remember, Jimmy Butler not young either.
He's not.
They like the same age. If I'm not mistaken, they both like 36. So they the same age.
But Steph ain't really getting no off season. Steph really ain't getting no off season this summer because he went to the played in the Olympics. Remember now, he ain't getting no off season for real. He went on there and played in the Olympics, and now he played in the playoffs in the season, so he really ain't had no time to let his body rest. So he getting old, so them hamstring injuries, man, gonna be rough.
Well, I think like just watching the game the other night.
Yeah.
With Steph, I picked the Timberwolves to beat them, but you can see that if they had Steph, they got a chance to win this series.
Yeah. I told you I don't like how Minnesota play.
Like Jimmy Butler make that much of a difference on the Warriors team though. Like before Jimmy got there, they were dead in the water. They weren't going nowhere fast. They weren't going nowhere, and they were getting there fast. So without Jimmy Butler on the Warriors team, they do not have a chance.
So,
but with Jimmy Butler, they have a chance to. They got a chance to at least go Western Conference Finals the next 2 years. They got a chance.
The next 2 years
to win.
Hold on. Hey, who they gonna beat to get there?
Man, listen. If they beat the Wolves, they'll be in the Western Conference Finals.
And getting their ass smoked. And getting smoked by OKC.
I ain't saying, but I'm saying they feeling right now. They shoot the way that Steph shoot and the way Jimmy Butler can play, and Draymond been stepping. And as we speak, I see Derrick White.
Devin White in the three. I seen.
But yeah, man, I told you he's going for 30. But y'all gotta believe me. Y'all can stop believing.
Okay, listen. Listen. The Warriors, that West, man, they ain't finna goddamn get to no damn Western Conference Final next year, man. Next 2 years.
They can go this year.
Hell no.
They could have, They could have.
They weren't gonna beat the Wolves, though. They weren't gonna beat the Wolves.
I ain't think they would either, but they definitely got a chance.
I think Ant-Man would have
Hey man. Well, look what you just said. Steph and Jimmy both 36. You can talk.
Say it again.
Okay.
Say it again.
They both 36. Hey man, you gotta run the flow. You gotta adjust to whatever they heads and run underneath the screen. You gotta adjust the injury. You gotta adjust to anybody who Buddy here out there trying to shoot three like he think he the man. You gotta adjust to all this bullseye. But when you your best, you knew where your teammate was gonna be. You at your best, you the boy gonna kick the ball out for you for the three. You play better when the game get fun. How is fun when you playing from behind? How is fun somebody getting hurt? How is fun and every time you turn around, you're down by 20, 15, you all got to play up here. That's not fun. I keep telling you, Ray, the basketball you talking about is good when you play in a video game. It don't mean nothing in real life. It don't add up the same. It's not. It's just not, bro. Kill it.
Man, what?
They done. They need some young legs. They need some big. They're athletic.
God damn.
They need some power forwards. They can bounce out and get rebounds.
What you say is when you play on the video game
a shot and hit their free throws.
What you say the video game?
Who the Warriors beat to get to the second round?
What the Rockets. Who they beat? Does it matter?
The Rockets that ain't got that need to go get a star because Jalen Green ain't the answer.
Who the glorified role player? Who the glorified role player for the Rockets?
I don't know.
Don't just keep talking. Let me rebuttal. You said everything you just said was what the Rockets are, young and all that stuff you just said, right? Out the first round. So I don't want to hear that young legs and all that. Jimmy Butler just went to the final. Hold on.
Who that star is?
You gonna let me finish?
Man, I still want to say
You say you want to do what now? Hold on. You say what, Miss Allie? You want to do what?
I want to see the Warriors over the whole year with Jimmy Butler. You know what I'm saying? A whole year. Man, it might be hell next year, man. You never know. Cause you thought the dynasty was over a couple years ago. Then they won their championship again. So
they gave him a stimulus package.
That makes a difference. That makes a difference. Whenever listen, nah. That makes a difference whenever you get to a team. When you get to a team, you got to take time to get comfortable with the players around you and all that stuff. So it's just like we saying, like most of the people said, Luka and LeBron couldn't play well. We're gonna be able to play together. You got to see it on the floor. You got to see it turn into fruition. So it's like Jimmy Butler.
I'm glad you brought that up.
You think about this in your mind.
I'm glad you brought that up.
Jimmy Butler ain't been there more than like 2 months.
But hold on. Hold on. I'm glad you brought that up. That LeBron stuff wasn't gonna work. Them folks ain't got no bigs and no shooters. That's why they lost. Yeah. And listen, that isolation style that Luka likes to play is not gonna work with LeBron. It's not gonna work with LeBron. They got to move the ball, bro. They worked in Dallas, but then Dallas got tired and they got his ass out of there. They told him to get his bags. Come here. Let me show you where you finna go. We're gonna see you down there. We're gonna see you more west. We're gonna see you west.
It don't matter.
Get out of there.
What offense you run.
But stop making hold on, Mr. Fields. Stop making excuses for Jimmy Butler. He getting paid like a superstar. That was the problem with Miami. 9 shots is unacceptable. Listen. Hold on. Prime example. You say y'all had a playoff game last night, right? Y'all can't lose no more. How many shots you put up? How many shots you got up?
3.
Boy.
Unacceptable.
Very. Now my point. Now you making my point. Now you making my point. What up? Y'all won.
We won.
But I'm saying
that ain't aggressive enough. If I've been scoring for the better part of look, I say the same thing about James Harden. So I ain't finna try to give Butler no pass. But if anybody deserves any kind of pass, Jimmy Butler said we gonna win game 7 against the Rockets. He said I ain't worried about the Rockets. We gonna win game 7. You know what I said? I said if Jimmy Butler said it, I'm gonna go with it.
Buddy Hill, you better thank Buddy Hill. Cause Buddy Hill was going crazy in game 7.
Man, and then look, I heard Mr. Fields say, Buddy Hill, I just shoot like he think he'll. Buddy Hill has been a star.
I'm gonna tell you, I'm glad we brought Buddy Hill up. That's why I love basketball so much because is my first love. But I hate the NBA, and I'm gonna tell you why. They change people's games. Buddy Hill in Oklahoma can score at all 3 levels, dunk on you, all that type of stuff. Was a ball player. When he got to the NBA, what is he? Just a 3-point shooter. That's it. But
you've been seeing most of his game come out. The last couple of games, you've been seeing him.
He don't even look right dribbling the ball no more. You remember Buddy put it on the floor and he don't even look right doing that no more.
But look, he been going there doing them left hand layups.
Yeah, he did. He did. 20. You saying what now? 24. He trained that.
He ran 24 no more. Yo.
No, he ain't.
That it was Kobe though.
No.
Hey, look.
He was in Oklahoma.
Look, he been hitting left hand layups, shooting mid range, he been doing pump fake, let him go by, step to the side threes. He been getting it going now. He been playing, and Draymond ain't played bad last game either.
Hey.
So Draymond was probably just as aggressive as Jimmy Butler was though.
What the score was last game though?
Huh?
What the score was last game?
Blowout.
101.
Blowout.
Yeah, what it was?
That shit was over. Man, listen, that shit was over for real. They had the scrubs in, bro. I was watching it. Cause remember, it was 117. One took an Ant-Man and come in to later on in the 4th quarter.
Oh yeah.
Bro, they were blowing them out anyway.
You sure? Cause I watched that game.
Bro, it was up 20 going to the 4th. The Warriors scored 33 points in the 4th. Yeah, the Warriors scored 33 in the 4th because they had the scrubs in there and stuff. They went, man. I'm telling you.
I thought it was a blowout.
Cause Ant-Man only played like 30 minutes.
Went by 20.
Yeah, they were winning, and then them folks came in with the look. Draymond Green had 14. Listen, Mr. Allen, Mr. Fields. Wait. There's no way in a game.
Got both shots up.
Thank you. That man took 14 shots, and you took 9.
And he had
Come
like 14
on, man.
points, I think. He had like 14 points.
That's horrible. 14 points on 14 shots. That's horrible.
Hey, look, it's simple. When you the sergeant and the person live is in danger, and you got a sniper up there on the building, and you tell the sniper to shoot, take the shot, and the sniper don't shoot.
Yep.
Jimmy is not a super. He's not a him. He didn't do nothing. Stop it. Stop having this argument. Just be quiet. Hush. Let's talk about something else.
Hold on. Pajewski. He shot 14 shots. He got 14 shot attempts up. What is going on, bro? And Jimmy Butler scored 9 and got 9 shot attempts. Come on, man.
He getting paid him money. They paying that man him money.
All right, man.
He ain't no
listen.
him.
All right, moving on to the last topic. I'm watching. I told you Ray who was gonna go to the Western Conference Final, and I told you going to the chip. OKC going through the Western Conference. They going to the chip. OKC going to the chip.
I got Timberwolves.
Yes, I'm gonna tell you why. Listen, OKC do stuff that other folks don't beside Minnesota. Minnesota play defense, but Minnesota they like to shoot a lot of threes sometimes, like Ant-Man. Stadium gonna stick to what they do. They gonna win. You gotta worry about that. They at the crib.
They better win tomorrow night.
They at the crib. They really look. The series should have been over with. Aaron Gordon hit that 3 because Chet missed them free throws. Series should have been over with.
Go back here.
Hey, Ray, remember I told you about OKC now? They going.
OKC and the Nuggets have been in the toughest series back to back. They've been in the toughest series of the playoffs back to back.
Listen, what the folks told you. What the folks told you to do in the regular season. Win your games, right? You win the good. You get the 2 seed. You ain't have to worry about that. You would have got Golden State.
Golden State, well, I don't know. Golden State, I tell you what, Golden State is a wild card. You can't just count them out. As long as they got Steph over there and Jimmy.
Chris, they win 7 games. Hold on. They win 7 games with a good team that has a team full of role players. That's how great a coach Udoka is. That's why Boston right now. Listen. People don't want to admit that. That's why Boston right now being the shambles they in because I don't like Joe Mazzulla. I don't think he's a good coach. He's a better coach than Udoka. But I think that was something Boston did to get Udoka out of there. If Udoka was their coach right now, they'd have been beat the Knicks.
Yep.
They'd have been beat the Knicks. You know he wasn't going for all that damn 3-point shooting, bro. They weren't shooting that many threes when he was out. When they went to the finals that year. And the defense was up.
The Rocket team, the Rocket team is tough though.
Hell yeah,
they tough young team.
They need a superstar. They get I thought Jalen Green was gonna be that dude, but he getting paid like he the man. And he in there more. And he in there
on 2K.
With Houston.
Yeah.
Houston got a good team, bro, but they need a superstar to get him over their home.
Yeah, they better go get KD or something. Or try to.
I wonder where he's going though.
He was saying that to glorify young boy. That's all he said. Glorify young boy.
Hey,
they young, they inspired, they young. Who the alpha dog? You gotta have an alpha out there, man.
Van Vliet.
Even the coach listen to him.
Ain't no dog like that.
No, I'm gonna apologize to Van Vliet while I'm on this show right now. My apology to you, Van Vliet. I was on Facebook saying you robbed them boys of their money. You showed up at the end. I can't lie. 5, 6, 5, 4, 5, 6. You showed up. Van Vliet, you showed up. I can't lie. My apologies. But
Ray, you come outside, Ray. Come play with your boy, Ray. Yeah.
Hey, they saying that they saying that Jimmy Butler was sick last game. You heard that? I'm just
Man,
asking.
whatever.
I'm asking. That's what they asked why he had. I'm telling you. They asked why he
Have
had
you ever heard
33.
of Scottie Pippen
Hey, Miss Allen.
doing that?
Hey, Miss Allen. Michael Jordan was drunk. Michael Jordan was drunk, and he got there, came out there in Utah and did something to him. Did Michael Jordan was drunk? He was drunk. Hey, I don't care what nobody say. My boy was drunk. He probably staying out there gambling. He was doing all that. Man came out there and had 38. What you call flu game? We ain't going for that. We ain't going for that seat.
All I'm saying is this. Well, first of all, you know who he was going against when he was having this 30 now. You know how I feel about
Don't do that. Don't do that, right? Don't do that.
You know how I feel about the competition.
What's wrong with the competition? What's wrong with the competition?
Hey, probably the person that he played against, they probably were drunk too. Ain't no lie. Ain't no doubt. They probably were drunk too.
So listen, Miss Allen, Ray say Michael Jordan wasn't going up with no cup like they going up today.
No, like if Jimmy Butler show up drunk, he gonna have 9 points in the playoff game.
He was drunk last game, then what?
Say what?
He was drunk last game, then what?
Was he drunk?
Yeah.
Well, they say he was sick. That's what I said. I said they said he was. They said he was sick. Now this what Steve Kerr said. Steve Kerr said he feeling better with him because they asked him why his usage rate went down. Remember he had 33 the game before that. So this game he had 9, and he was like the. And
hey man, they couldn't get that man no IVs in the back. It was no IVs.
Hey, listen,
they needed whatever they need to get him. They need to get
it, right.
Hold on. Let me say this one more time. Let me say this one more time. Michael Jordan was drunk, and the man had 38.
That was a regular game. You remember Michael Jordan was playing against people that was on drugs too. Remember?
Man, come on, Ray. Come on, Ray.
In the late 80s. When he came in the league, he was playing against
Ray, this was in the 90s, right?
I put this on everything I love. I was just watching the game. I was just watching a thing or somebody the other day.
Yeah.
He had to be drunk on something. He was falling down. All the dude was doing was a basement. He was falling down. He couldn't stay up.
So hold on, Ray. Hold on before you finish. You said everybody was on the drug back in the day. Hell, all the players.
Not everybody. No.
But most of them. But I'm saying you say most of the players that he was going up was high or whatever. Yeah, them players be high today. They smoke hella weed today. KD smoked hella weed. He smoked hella weed.
Yeah, I seen them getting off the USA. Off the USA bus. How they
high. Man, he smoked hella weed.
Yep. All of them look high while they was over there. They all look high. But
yeah, say Mr. Water, the jab was sweet. Jordan dropped 30. Hey, listen, Mr. Water. He tried to make an excuse for Jimmy. If Jordan was drunk, high and drunk, when he was on a cigar, but he was drunk and dropped 38.
He went drunk.
Man, he did play to give you. Yeah, man, he was listen. He dropped 38 and he was drunk. Jimmy got 9 points over here, and you got Draymond with 14 shot of 10. I mean, not 9 points, but 9 shot of 10. And Draymond with 14.
You talking about? Let me ask you. You talking about him being drunk for the finals?
Him being drunk when he scored when Scottie Pippen carried him off the floor, he was drunk. That wasn't no food, boy.
That man was drunk.
All right.
They say, listen, they say it was food poisoning.
Man.
They say it was a little. They say it wasn't the flu though. They said it was something about
They said about a pizza. They said a pizza would have food poisoning, but I think he was drunk.
That man went drunk, man.
It don't matter. Listen, even if he wasn't drunk, what he did? He
had 38 in the flu game, right?
Okay. Now what I'm getting at, right? If you that sick that you can't contribute, sit your ass down.
Man, they were leaving Jordan wide open. Let's keep it a buck. They were leaving the last shot that he shot before when Scottie Pippen carried him off the court. He was wide open for that jumper. They double Pippen in the post.
Hey man, I'm gonna go take it now.
Hey, Jimmy Butler was wide open a couple of times too, and he made them damn points. I don't miss the Minnesota playing now.
Ray tripping.
He didn't shoot that much. He didn't shoot that much. So I give you what you're saying. What you're saying is true. He didn't shoot that much. But if you look at the games, Like, if you actually look at the flu game,
Yeah.
he was wide open a lot of them shots. Like, they were playing him like he was sick. They were just like, they doubled off of Scottie Pippen, came and he shot the little shot or whatever, and then he carried him off the court. Yeah. So it ain't like it was people all in his grill and they were guarding him like he was you know what I'm saying? They gave him a little leeway like he was sick. They played him like he was sick. So it went like Jimmy Butler get on the court the other night and they're gonna be like, oh, something wrong with him. We gonna lay off of him. No, they was in his grill.
Man, Jimmy Butler has a wild shot attempts and he ain't shooting.
And let me tell you this about that game, because like I asked people, I asked people in my group chat, my other group chat, I asked them like what their favorite Jordan game was, like what the best game they think that Jordan had, and two of them brought up the flu game, and I was like, man, the flu game was trash. Like, it ain't got no rewatchability. It ain't no it's classic because they say he was sick, but other than that, Karl Malone had like 17 points off of bad shooting. Nobody else jazzed it. Listen to what I'm saying before you shake your head.
I'm gonna read some to you when you get done.
When you watch, look.
Go ahead.
Mr. Allen, this how I look at great games. If you watching a game and one team, say the Celtics going off, the Knicks going off, they both shooting good. They it's like two heavyweights going at it. You don't know who gonna win. That's a great game. That's a game where you can go back and watch. Like, you ain't finna say somebody that got blew out real bad, oh, that's a rewatchable game. It ain't. It's not a rewatchable game. So what I'm saying is the flu game, it was nothing that the Jazz did on the other side that makes that game you want to go back and watch that game. And then other than that, the Bulls, like I say, they were giving Jordan open shots over there. It wasn't like he had to do his thing that he usually have to do to beat them. You know what I mean? Like, so the Bulls, it wasn't like the Bulls had an all-time great game over there, and then the Jazz had a pretty good game, and we can rewatch it. I don't go back and I never went back and watched the
you don't like watching games in the 90s anyway, because you still ain't watched that Phoenix game that I sent you.
Yes, I did. I watched the Phoenix game. They were cooking.
So you saw it. I told you when it was in the finals. When it was in the finals. Yeah. And I forgot what game that was, right? When I sent you. Was it game 3 game?
I was about to say, I think I watched game 3.
That might have been game 3. Listen, I told you.
It was a good game, though. It was Phoenix, it was a good game. Phoenix as a team was better than the Bulls. I'm telling you, man, they was, bro. Listen, they just had Bulls that had Michael Jordan, bro. They was, man, Bliss. Phoenix was better.
But in the whole league that year.
I swear, man, listen, Kevin Johnson.
They had home court advantage.
Bro, them four. Man, and then they had Tom Chambers coming off the bench. Bro, they were good, bro.
Yeah, they weren't better than the Bulls. The whole league.
How they weren't better than the Bulls, Ray? The Bulls, when you went to the Bulls bench, you had nothing. Absolutely nothing. Stacey King for garbage. Garbage.
You know what?
Ooh. Ray, come on. Ray, Mr. Fields. Exactly. Mr. Fields. I want to read this stat out to you guys because this for Ray. Ray, I saved this post. I ain't even want to send it to you. I saved it. Because you say Michael Jordan, which we know he didn't shoot a lot of threes. He said he didn't waste his time on getting better. But I want to read something to you. Michael Jordan first 3-peat final stats. 36.3 points per game, 6.7 rebounds per game, 7.9 assists a game, 52% from the field, 42 from the 3-point line, and 80.5 from the free throw line. Listen, no one has ever averaged 35, 6, and 7 for more than 6 final games. Hey, Ray, you heard that, didn't you? 42%. 35,
6, and 7.
Yes, more than 6 final games. That's his 3-peat. That's for his first 3-peat. That's what he averaged for the first 3-peat. 42% from 3-point range. Right. That's 42% now. 42%.
Which game? I mean, which is this the whole
There's
series?
the first series, the first three-peat. That's what he averaged. Yeah.
Who he play? Who he beat against the first series?
Listen, Lakers, Portland, and
Suns.
That's when he shot. That's when he shot the threes, and he did that game.
You say he made more than 5 threes in the game? Yeah, he hit 6 in the first half. Right.
I said that.
Yeah, you did.
Oh, I bet he had 5. I bet he had 5 after that.
He had to. Listen. All right, this is the thing though. Why would I? Yeah, listen. Why would I waste my time? Why would I waste my time shooting threes and I'm killing you in the mid range and getting to the bucket? Why would I do that? That don't make sense, right?
Man, let's not act like he didn't try to be a 3-point shooter. He tried.
Right.
He got in a 3-point contest.
What that supposed to mean?
And then he realized, like, you know what? This ain't for me, cause I told you his 3-point contest stat.
Right.
He's still tied with Detlef Shrimp for the worst 3-point contest ever.
So flow. Right. Don't know the man. He drove to get to the bucket.
He talking about
either you gonna foul me or I'm a done. Stop, man. 3-point shot don't mean you great. It don't mean you great. It like football. It don't matter break a long if you don't win the end, you're not gonna beat the other team. If you playing baseball, we don't care how fast you throw. If you don't strike nobody out, we ain't going to win the game. Stop, right?
Hey,
stop.
Hey,
you're killing me.
You think the Suns were better than the Bulls?
Hell yeah.
What Denzel said?
Bro,
Denzel said to Petey, "You killing me, Petey. You killing me, Petey. You killing me."
Look, Kevin Johnson was my favorite player. He didn't shoot no threes in that series. He was 0% for threes.
They couldn't stop. Listen, they couldn't stop him from getting in that paint. They couldn't stop him from penetrating.
Oh, wait a minute. He was 0 for 2, and Charles Barkley was 2 for 8. Dan Morley shot all their threes. He was 17 for 39.
Dan Morley was?
Dan Morley was 17 for 39. He had he was 43% from 3. Charles Barkley was 25. Danny Ainge was 66%. He was but he shot 8 or 12. So you had Barkley averaging 27. Kevin Johnson and Dan Morley at 17.2 each. Both of them averaged 17.2. And Richard Demars averaged 15.8.
Richard Dumas, Cedric Sabalas. Yeah, Cedric Sabalas, Richard Dumas. Dan Morley.
Mark West played more than Tom Chambers did.
Mark West was their center.
And Oliver Miller played. Oliver Miller played more than Tom Chambers did. He would average 17, and Tom Chambers.
Bro, Tom Chambers was old anyway. He was old at the time, but he still could shoot. Tom Chambers was one of the first big men that really stretched the floor like that.
Man,
you better go check.
Back then he was old because that mean Danny Ainge was old.
Yeah, he was. They were.
They were 33. So look, Danny Ainge was 33, Tom Chambers was 33, and Mark West was 32.
Yeah.
So that means 3 of their players was old in your eyes. They were 33. Charles Barkley was 29, which that's not old. And so if you go back to the Bulls, you had Jordan averaged 41, Scottie Pippen averaged 21, and BJ Armstrong averaged 13. And after, if you add them up, that's more than they 3.
Bruh, when the Bulls go to their business, tell me what do they got?
Stacey King.
Man, you know that average. Hey, look. You know what's crazy about what you're saying?
Man, come on, man. What's up, man?
You know what's crazy about what you're saying? They both average the same amount of points that series. So you might be on to something.
Right. I watched the
They averaged
listen.
106.7 points each. Both of them did.
When you go watch the game, when you like I told you, when you watch game 3, because I ain't seen it in a long time. When you sit down and watch it, you can see who was the better team. The Bulls just had Michael Jordan. That's it.
Bulls average 4 more. Bulls average 4 more assists than they did though.
Man, the reason why the Suns lost that series is because Danny Ainge.
Yep.
Mike didn't like Danny Ainge, and he didn't like Dan Moore, so he
went to work on that.
With the hell to work. Yep. With the hell to work.
Like they had Kevin Johnson on them. They had Dan Marley on them.
It didn't work. Jordan was Jordan. Yep.
Richard Dumas out player. He killed him with his high running ass.
Yep.
He killed everybody playing him. He killed the hell. He averaged 41.
41 for the series. 50%.
Bulls went over 2-0.
Yep.
First 2 games inside of Phoenix.
So what you think about Dan Marley defense then?
Who could guard Jordan though?
He like Dan Marley.
It look like Luka defense. It look
Man, that's what I'm asking. What you think about Dan Marley defense? Because people trying to tell me in my group chat
Dan Marley,
how good Dan Marley defense was.
Trying to hold
defense though. Defense though. But who could guard Jordan though? I ain't
Definitely not Dan Marley
yet though.
Definitely not Dan Marley.
See, in overseas, they don't shuffle their feet. Overseas, they just learn Euro step, crossover, step back, shoot a 3. They don't break down play D. They ain't slapping no flow. Okay? They not sitting in the chair, Ray. See, over here, we sit in chairs over here, Ray. Ray, you know about sitting in chairs. Remember when we went to the gym? Remember when we was in the gym playing in the gym? You remember that, Ray?
Yeah, I said in the chair.
Real life. You don't remember what Skeek said in the chair? Cause I know I said in the chair.
Hey, let me. Hey, listen. Man, let me give you the bull. Let me give you the bull. Listen, out there after Michael Jordan, Scottie Pippen, Horace Grant with the big 10 points, Horace Grant with the big 10, BJ Armstrong with 11. Then you got Bill Cartwright. Oh, I forgot. Hey, Miss Allen. He was at 6. Look, we forgot about Mr. Scott Williams. Oh God, look, we forgot about Scott Williams.
But the boy had a lot of big men on the bench, though, bro.
Man, trash.
A lot of big men on the bench.
Trash. Listen, Scott Williams.
Big men.
Scott Williams with the big 5.
Yeah.
Boy, Trent Tucker, look. He gonna look. Will Purdue. I had to get to him, boy. Come on, man, Ray. That team was Will Purdue averaged 2 points a game, bro. Yeah. Hey, man, that team was ass, dog.
Come outside.
Right, that team was ass, man.
Terrible,
I'm telling you, man, they just had Michael Jordan, bro.
He get cooked sometime tonight, Ray. Ray, you might want to just wait off about a couple days.
I don't know about that, Mr. Fields. Because I was telling you all ago. That Derrick White was gonna finish with 30-something points.
He got 30.
And I said they probably win.
But you made a statement about a guy who is not a star.
14.
Okay.
Oh my God.
It looked like 8 of 14, 32 points. That don't look like no corner dude, like you were saying. What'd you say? Wait on the corner? Jason Tatum ain't done throwing the ball. They run plays for Derrick White, so I don't know what you're talking about. Like you might want to start watching the game before you start talking.
Hey man, he's a good
most consistent player.
He's a good role player. Listen, if we all the panel on the team right now, all 4-on-4, and we get one more player. So just say me and Mr. Allen is the scorers, the studs. And you can shoot it and you can score it, but you ain't the main course, you ain't the main entree. So you think you're gonna get all the coverage that they're gonna be giving us? Hell no. We gonna be seeing all the defense. You got the least person to worry about to guard you. You got somebody sorry to guard you. You should cook.
I don't think that's the case with Derrick White. I mean, He been showing that
Yeah,
no
but
matter
ain't
who
no
they put on him.
the best players don't be guarding him though. Mikal Bridges, you think he gonna guard Devin White over Jaylen Brown and Jason Tatum? No, he not. He not. They not. They
Who was
not.
Your
Mikal on?
mouth. Your mouth.
But I ain't
Hey,
saying he
mouth.
not good. But I'm saying
Who's
like he not.
Mikal on?
Mikal Bridges, like Josh Hart and them. Josh Hart ain't. They don't be. They not. It's not predicated to stop Devin White.
It was
It's to
stupid.
stop
I did not want to see
Jason
this.
Tatum and oh Lord, that's the night.
That's right now.
It just happened.
Oh, he done. Oh, they done. Oh, Boston might win that. It's the Knicks. Listen, what I talk, man.
They showing it in slow motion, so I know he did something.
Well, what I told you when we texted about that Achilles injury. I love low top shoes, but low top shoes is the reason why people getting hurt. I'm telling you, the Achilles and the ankles, bro. Come on, man. They get too many injuries.
He look like he back. He look like he back.
Yeah, but listen, Derek White good, but he ain't getting the main defender. Listen.
He be guarding the main defender too, though. Remember this?
He can guard. He can guard, but he don't be getting guarded by Mikal Bridges. I see.
He guard Jalen Brunson sometimes.
Yeah, that's Jalen Brunson. They all guard Jalen Brunson. No, but Jalen Brunson be guarding him.
They actually trying to set a pick to get him off of him.
Listen, guard him and block his shot.
Yeah, okay, Mikal Bridges on him. This is exactly what I'm saying.
Wait, what he just did? What he just did?
Block his shot.
All right, then.
Block his shot.
He shouldn't have went in there with that left hand.
No.
He should have did what he been doing to get 32.
No, man. Man, shooting threes.
He been shooting threes, and he should have stopped. He tried to bite him and then.
No, man. Listen.
He couldn't use the right hand because what's the big
all this is cute. Hey, all this is cute.
No, what's that center they got besides Cat?
Oh, Mitchell Robinson.
Yeah, Robinson was gonna block him on the right hand if he tried that hand. So he tried to go. He thought Mikal was sweet, so he tried to go back to the left hand on him.
The Knicks still got a chance to really kind of sneak and get their game. Now too much time left on the clock.
Man, this game over with.
We said that. We said that before.
Nah, bro, they got Derek White there. This game over with, bro.
They gonna win regardless, though. The Knicks gonna win.
Too late now. It's too late in the game now.
Yeah,
in the fourth quarter. They up by 20 in the fourth quarter.
I see it now. Yeah.
So you got
this over with, man.
Whenever Boston be up,
that's it.
By 20 at halftime, they lose.
Yeah, that's a good point. I ain't paying attention to that.
It's too late in the game, though.
They just playing off emotion tonight. They're going. Listen. The Knicks and the Pacers gonna be in the Eastern Conference Final. Why would I tell you that? OKC in Minnesota in the Western Conference Final. Then OKC going to championship.
OKC better win tonight.
Huh?
They better win tonight then.
Who Minnesota?
OKC.
They play them all. They don't win. They win tomorrow, man. We there at the crib. Listen, it might be another 40 point beating tomorrow. They beat cause listen, Jokic played the best game of the series last night. The rest of the game, he been shooting bad.
God.
Yeah, they beat him up.
He had a long series with the Clippers.
And Zubac was beating him up. And Ben Simmons was on him, and Batum. Now you got Chet, Jalen Williams, and Hartenstein beating him up.
Yep.
And then they overuse him. They don't use Jamal Murray enough for being a playmaker.
I told you Jamal Murray is the most.
He could disappear.
They say he needs surge on his soul. That's what they say. Michael Porter Jr.
Oh yeah. He don't never see a shot that he don't like either. I like his game. He gonna shoot it. He gonna shoot it.
Listen, if when I see them kick the ball out to him and he stepped to the side, it's going up. It's going up. It's going up.
Yep.
It's going up. It's going up.
Definitely going up.
It's going up. It's
Michael
up.
Porter Jr. did not see shots that he don't like. He gonna let it go. He gonna let it go.
It's good and bad.
Like Jeremy said, if he get step to the side, it's going up.
It's a route, bro. It's a route. He stepped. Listen, he was doing that all last night. I said, "Oh Lord, here you go." But he was breaking though. They were breaking in the fourth quarter.
He been doing that since he been in college though.
Yep.
Going to the side and shooting jump.
He got to add some more to his game though. He could be way better than what he is though. My opinion.
Man, a lot of players have post game in today's game. They got a go-to move. They ain't got nothing. I want to go down and check out a bunch of threes.
So let me ask you this, because we always had this debate. Which players are better, today's players or back in the day?
Back in the day.
Ray, now you hear that, didn't Ray? And somebody else said back in the day, Ray. You heard that, didn't?
Not really. I was tuning.
You heard that? Because we got another man say back in the day.
Look, I was tuning him out because I knew he was finna say that. I knew that's why you asked. I knew that's why you had asked. That's why I was like, man.
He
asked this question because he got a hidden agenda because he already know the answer to it.
Well, I'm asking the question right here then. Like, if today play a game, name me one of their signature moves. When the player's signature moves.
Well, one of the new players?
What the question is?
Well, no, the question is
everybody got a step back. Shoot, most people signature move is a step back or see, you know what I'm trying to think. You know, I like to watch Ant play, right?
Yeah.
I like to watch Ant play. I like the way Ant plays. So when in my other group
of dude from the old days.
Okay, so it's from the group. So that's what I'm saying. That's why I knew I was gonna get you with that. So I said I like to watch Ant play. Ant lead the league in 3-point attempts. 3 points made and attempted. And so they was complaining in the group chat the other day about how everybody shoot the threes and this and that. And I was like, yeah, it's gonna look good when it's going down. It don't look so good when it's not. I said, but shoot, just like when you can go back and look at the old days, when they was missing twos, it still didn't look good. It ain't gonna look good, period, if it ain't going in, no matter if it's a 2 or a layup or a 3. If you turning the ball over back and forth, it ain't gonna look good. But when it's going in, it look beautiful. But when it ain't. It don't matter if it's a 2 or a step back 2. It don't matter. That makes gonna all look bad. But I like the way Ant play. But Ant shoot more threes than anybody in the NBA.
That's the worst thing that happened to his game.
He get to the cup,
he improved the 3-point game. Yep. He gonna get to the hole now.
He got a mid range. He got a mid range. He get to the cup. He shoot threes. They asked him, "What you think about the people that criticizing you about shooting so many threes?" He said, "F them." And when he said in his interview, he said, "F them," because he was working with Steph in the off season. You know when they had when they were playing USA team, he was working with Steph.
He was with all of them.
He said that since he improved it, he wanted to show that he improved his 3-point shooting. He ended up leading the league, but he had to do it at the last game. He had to shoot a couple threes, like 6-7 for him to get that. But he ended up being like the most made and most attempted. But we like to watch him play though. But we know he'll get to the cup.
But
any mid range.
It is we see really ain't been shooting the mid range. He shot one mid range last game because they left him and he sat there and he made a mid range. So to Mr. Allen point, the old school players, I'll take them over the new school players.
They not as versatile. You know what Patrick Ewing just said? I'm gonna tell you what Patrick. I ain't saying this to you, just like you just did me earlier. I didn't say this to you.
I'm listening.
Patrick Ewing said he wish he could have played in this era because he got criticized for being able to shoot back in the day. and being versatile, being able to shoot.
And he
So
and he
if you
and he know a
go
shot he
ahead.
didn't like neither.
Yeah, exactly. It wasn't a shot he didn't like in that mid range.
So look, he can shoot it though. So
Yeah.
so that's what I try to tell my homeboys when we was in the chat. We were going back and forth, and I'm like, Patrick, you had said that for a reason. They look down upon you to shoot that mid range, and they wanted you to be back to the basket post. I said, I'm gonna be honest. Like, I ain't trying to go back and watch Kareem shoot no sky hook. I ain't trying to do that. Like, of course, it got him the most points in NBA history, but I don't want to go watch that kind of game. I don't want to watch that. You know the ball down.
But think about it though, with the Lakers game in the '80s, they were high pace. So they played the way to play today though.
They were up and down. That's why they were called the Showtime Lakers.
Yeah, they were. Brian Scott and Michael Cooper were one of the first two players to put up threes in transactions.
Yep.
They were the first two doing that.
Yeah, but this what I'm saying. Like, I watched in the old school, so when people were saying it was more defense back then, I was telling people,
not that way.
I was telling people, I was like, look, they kind of also fooled you as well, because a lot of time they used up the whole shot clock, and so the score might have been 85 to 90, but that's because each team was, especially in the East, they using up the whole shot clock. So yeah, people not scoring as much against them because they using the whole shot clock up. It's the same thing. It's the same thing that they do in football that Bill Belichick used to do. When he didn't want Patrick Mahomes to have the ball, he used a lot of the clock up, and then you keep the ball out of his hand, keep him on the sideline a long time. So in essence, you think like, yeah, it was better defense, but no, today game they up and down a lot. Like Pacers, it ain't gonna look like you playing defense on them, even if you playing on them, because they getting the ball and getting out. They getting the ball and getting out. But if you go against somebody like back in the day, they gonna get the ball, walk it down, put it in the post, get a shot up, and then get back on defense and want you to walk it down. So the game was so place on sometimes, and sometimes it just looked like it was better defense. I didn't think that the defense was as good as people thought it was back in the day. That's all I'm saying.
So what you're saying, like I said, the West, like back in the '80s and early '90s, and the West was more like today's game. They was scoring 100 plus down there every night, especially in the '80s.
They was getting up and down the court.
They weren't doing no defense in the '80s, but in the West, like shit, the Dallas Mavericks, the Lakers,
they were getting up and down.
Supersonics, the Trailblazers, shit, they were running, but they were scoring 110 plus every night.
Yeah, even when Run TMC was there, them niggas were running. They were running like a motherfucker.
Yeah, that's what I know. Yeah, they were the '90s though. That's the early '90s. Yeah,
they were running. Chris Mullin and Mitch Richmond and Tim Hardaway, they were running.
Tim Hardaway. Yeah,
they went and got Chris Webber too. They were running. Man, listen.
Gone then though. The Rock was gone then though.
Yeah, I take a player from back in the day over the player today. I feel like their IQ a little better. I'm gonna tell you why.
Depends on which players you talking about, really.
I'm talking about a skilled player from back in the day. You got your Jordans, you got the Charles Barkleys of the world, you got your Clyde Drexlers of the world. I'm saying for their IQ, they're skilled, and people say that this generation is more skilled than the old generation. They're not. This generation dumb. They don't know when they shot not falling to go get an easy shot to the basket or get to the line. They still shoot threes. We watch Ant-Man just do this shit. We watch Ant-Man do this in Game 5 against the Lakers. He was 0 for 11 from 3. He kept shooting the 3 ball. He ain't even try to go. Yes. He started, man, you know your shot ain't falling. Get your ass to the paint. Get to the line. Then when he got to the line, he was missing free throws. Like, it's levels to that. It's levels to that, bro. Like don't get me wrong. These kids are talented just like the guys were talented back in the day, and they got skill. But I'll take a skill from back in the day. I'll take a Tracy McGrady. I'll take a Allen Iverson. I'll take a Ray Allen. I'll take a Paul Pierce coming out of Kansas over him.
That ain't back in the day, man.
That is back in the day.
I guess
that's in my day.
Say that.
That's in the 90s. Paul Pierce came in the 90s. They didn't come in the 2000s. They got drafted in the 90s, in the late 90s. Yep. You got your Penny Hardaways. Yeah. You got your Penny Hardaways. You got all that. Like real talk, you got your Trail Spreewells. You got all them boys, man. I'm saying, like, back when he was at Golden State, shit, come on.
Allen Houston.
Steve Smith.
Yep.
For the Hawks.
All of their games, all the people that ended up playing and played for like a lot of years, all their games adapted to the times. Like Paul Pierce adapted. Paul Pierce adapted. Ray Allen adapted. Ray Allen really didn't do nothing different. I had to tell you that the other day. I'm telling you,
he did. That's why I'm telling you.
That ain't what I'm saying.
No, you talking about the threes. You talking about the threes.
That ain't what I'm saying. I'm saying his game did not change. You thought that he was known, like most people that know him from threes. You thought that he did more driving back in the day.
You misinterpret what I meant. He did. When he got to Boston, the ball wasn't in his hands like that. He was running around screens. Now, he ran around screens in Seattle and Milwaukee, but he went to the rack. He put the ball on the floor. He showed you his bag. In Boston, he didn't. It was over with. That's what I'm talking about.
I'm not saying that part. I'm saying his 3-point his 3-point attempts didn't go up with Boston, and they didn't go up with Miami. He was shooting more threes back in the day. Is what I'm saying.
I know what you're saying, but
most people didn't know that. Most people thought that he just,
they look at Boston. I'm talking about as a whole, his total game.
He became more one-dimensional, but he still went to the goal. He still got tools. But it was more like slip screens and stuff like that. It was slip screens, getting to the, getting layups.
It wasn't nothing like he was in Milwaukee and Seattle.
Milwaukee, though. Not like in Milwaukee. Milwaukee. Yes. He was like he got game. He was
he was Glenn Robinson, big dog, but he was getting buckets. That's why I was talking about, he in Seattle.
Reggie Miller, Ray Allen. Like people their game kind of stayed the same, but they still evolved with the game because they played 20 years. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Just like Paul Pierce, his game evolved. Even LeBron, his game evolved the way he was able to shoot threes better at a better clip.
So let me say this. I don't mean to cut you off. With Paul Pierce's game, Paul Pierce never was an elite athlete, so it wasn't really that he evolved. If you can shoot the ball, that's something that never diminish. So you can stay around the league. You just keep getting better 2-3. Yeah, you just keep shooting the ball. That's all Paul Pierce did. And what Paul Pierce did was he got to the spots.
He actually had a little bit of athleticism when he first came in.
I said elite. I said elite. He wasn't an elite athlete.
No, he wasn't elite. Yeah. But he could get. He could
yeah.
He'll take you to the record.
He put them beats on you too. He get his boogie on you too now. Back in the day, that was talking about back in Antoine Walker days when they were battling Philly. Them days, yeah. They were doing that, but I'm taking them guys over them Jared Stackhouse. I'm taking them guys over these guys any day. These guys stay hurt too much. They already whining about an 82 game schedule. Man, them folks weren't doing that back in the day.
They just hooping back then, boy.
Yeah. They weren't doing all that. But these folks, Ray, am I lying?
And I think Jared Stackhouse led the Wizards in points when Jordan was there. Jordan, before he had hurt his knee, he was averaging about 25.
Yeah. He was in a MVP
I got the stats. Yeah, I got the stats.
I know he averaged 20. He averaged 20. You remember I showed you he went in the game. He went in the game when they were down like 20-something points just for him to get to the line and shoot the free throw so he could average 20.
Yeah.
So I know he averaged 20. Shoot, he averaged 19.5 and Jared Stackhouse averaged. Wait, Jared Stackhouse averaged 21.5 and Jordan averaged 20.
It's the last year one.
That was the last year, right?
2003 was his last year. Yeah, because I think he left before Brian got there.
Yep.
His knee was bad though.
No, he was there with Brian rookie year. Brian goes to the All-Star game that year in 2003.
Yeah, he was. Yeah, from 02, he played 02-03. He averaged 20, and he averaged 22 the year before. But his knee was bad.
His knee and a hand and a finger.
Yep, he was bad.
Yeah, he didn't. He played. He was 38 when he played, right?
Mm.
Yeah.
He still scored more points for a 38-year-old.
I thought.
Yeah,
why we keep saying he was 40 then?
I ain't saying he was 40. They say that.
They keep saying he was 40 when he played with the Wizards.
No, heck
no. 40. And they said they were talking about when Jordan 40, he's still playing. When Jordan 40, he was playing court. No, Jordan we 38.
I thought he was 40 when he played.
No,
No, Jordan ain't making the 40.
Y'all sure?
Yeah.
And then I think he started. He started the season. Yes, he was 40.
How?
He was 40.
How?
He was 39 years old and he averaged 20 points a game.
That wasn't 40. Because he was 38. He's 38 in 01-02. In 02-03, he was 39. Because I'm looking at right now, he scored 51 points at the age 38. Bron ain't, because he still got the highs. He scored 29 in the first quarter versus Charlotte.
Charlotte scored 51.
Yep.
At the game Baron Davis we talking about.
Yeah, Baron Davis saying he couldn't help. He said he was steady looking at Jordan and all.
Yeah. Yep.
So, well, I guess they just still call him 40 for some reason.
Because he got the most points. He got the most points as a 38-year-old. He scored 51.
I see it said 39. I say 39.
Yeah.
But they always say he was 40 when he was playing.
Nah, he won't 40.
Yeah, but if you look at the you listen to anything on the media, they say they've been saying he was 40 for years.
Jordan going crazy at 38. That man scored 44, 45, 41, 51, 45, 44, 41.
Yeah, he went
40.
He went on a scoring.
He was going crazy. He was going crazy at 38. Then he had a knee. He was going crazy at 38.
You can see his age come out a couple of these games right here too.
But he was hurt.
4 points, 8, 11, 10.
Yeah, that knee was hurting then.
He over it, bro. You ain't got to worry about it, Ray. You know he gonna be on NBC after this little playoff right here. You ain't got to worry about that. You gonna see a lot of that Mike. You gonna see a lot of Mike.
Man, I don't watch NBC.
Well, you gonna watch it now because that's who got basketball. And they bringing the theme back. I done folk been winking. Yeah.
Me and all my friends boycott NBC.
For what? For what? I know your friends ain't boycott because they be going there too by Patrick Ewing and them. Man, them folk beating them. Them folk beating. Well, everybody in threes out there, man.
They got the role players in that too.
We finna get out of here though, man. We finna get out of here. Minnesota about to come on, man. Anything y'all gotta say to anybody before we get out of here?
Nah, man, we had a good time, man.
Yeah, we appreciate you coming, man. Appreciate you
Nah,
coming. Mr. Field. Mr. Field done turned his hat to the. Hey, he done caught the hat to the. He done caught the hat on. He done caught the hat on Ray. Look, he done caught the hat on Ray.
Hey, them still reserves done kicked in. Them still reserves done kicked in.
Hey, ain't no still reserve kicked in. Here's what happened. You start talking. And when you start talking, I had to get the cookie. So I'm going to go to sleep every time you talk, and I'm going to cook for you. We have 2 shows in one. Have a nice day.
Man, all right, man. Man, go ahead, Ray. Say what you got to say before we get out of here, man.
He had done drunk that 211. We seen the 211 that he hit about 30, 40 minutes ago. It kicked.
Like I said, no 211 here. I can show you the cane.
Man.
Show me the can. Show me the can.
Ain't no more some Coors Light.
There's a Coors Light.
I don't know. It was
like
a Coors Light.
Some of my wife got it up here, baby.
That looks like a Michelob.
That ain't no Michelob. That ain't nothing. Boy, I know what Michelob look like. That ain't Michelob, boy.
I can't even see that. But no. Listen. This when I knew he had done drunk his fill. When I made that statement about Derek White. When I said he the most
good, we got something for you. We got something for you, man. We got
that in Miller Lite. What that is, Miller Lite?
Yeah.
I know what's going on.
We trying to get.
That's in the refrigerator, man. You know, we got good healthy snacks. A lot of good fruit over here, boy. A lot of good fruit.
They're calling down. We calling down now, man.
Hey, man, we about to get out of here. We about to get out of here, man. We appreciate everybody that tuned in tonight. We signed off by the watch Minnesota. Go to stay home.
You want me to give my prediction on this game too? Cause you see I was right with the Knicks.
Go just tell me before I get out of here, before I put the thank you up there. Cause I got Ant-Man going to work. Jimmy Butler probably take about 15 shots this game. Go ahead.
I think Jimmy Butler show up. What they at? They in Golden State? No, they in
Minnesota.
Yeah. It's over. It's just because they in Minnesota. If they was in Golden State, I say they were gonna win the Golden State, but the Minnesota. And then I got Nuggets.
Okay.
I got Nuggets against Thunder next game.
We'll be back on the weekend. See where everybody work.
All right. Well, y'all go with that because that's the winners right there.
All right. We signing off, man. Y'all be cool.
All right.
All right.